Hey guys, Liz Steffes here, 3-star Diamond Beachbody coach, founder of the Brave Dynasty, and I am here today to talk to you guys about branding yourself on social media. When you think about it, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, all of these things, social media is amazing. We are all connected through it, and we're building our businesses on social media. I mean, how cool is that? So today I'm here to talk to you a little bit about how I started to brand myself on social media and how I really have built my entire business via Facebook and Instagram. Started with 0 followers, and now I have people that seek me out about the business versus the other way around. So I'm going to hop right in and share a couple of slides with you guys and really just dive into the basics and then get a little more into detail about how you can really start to brand yourself and your Facebook page and have people checking back in every single day to see what you are doing. So I'm going to do a little screen share here. Here we go. And I don't have the best track record with screen sharing, so I'm not going to make these slides huge just because I want to make sure that you guys can see them. The last time that I did this, it was on the same slide the entire time. So I'm going to hop right in here. The basics, okay? You guys have probably heard these things a million times, but it's the truth, okay? So the way that you're going to start to brand yourself is by sharing your story. And I will get more into detail, but I want to make sure that you guys are doing these very basic things in your business to start off with, okay? The first thing is you're expanding your network every single day, okay? You are friending people, you're finding new people to follow, you're interacting with new people. A lot of people say, oh my gosh, that's so weird. I just don't feel like I can add people on Facebook. That is so creepy. And I want you to remember how you made friends as a child, okay? It wasn't creepy. It wasn't weird. You just became friends with people. You were friendly to them. You gave them a compliment, and then you were best friends 2 minutes later, okay? The same goes with now. Be friendly towards people. Interact with your new network by liking and commenting on their stuff and being complimentary. I know if someone who I don't know friend requests me and then they comment on my profile picture, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. I'm like, oh, love this girl. Thank you so much. Right back at you. I'm not saying, whoa, who are you? Why are you complimenting me? So that is the best way to build up a following, okay? You can't just, if you have the most amazing page on earth and I teach you how to brand yourself and you share amazing content and you have fabulous pictures, it won't matter if no one is interacting with you and no one is following you and no one's even seeing that content. So make sure that you're doing these basic things to start off with. Oh, my computer's freezing. Oh no. Okay, while the computer is unfreezing itself, I want you guys to think of what inspires, oh, here we go. Okay, so hopefully by now you all have figured out your why, and not just your pageant why of, oh, I want to help people. We all want to help people, okay? Totally understand that. But what is that why that brings you to tears? What is that why that gets you out of bed in the morning? What is that why that makes you send one more message? Okay? For me, it is, I want to take care of my parents so badly. They gave me an amazing childhood. They have helped me with so much. I have an immune deficiency. They have taken care of me, and I want to pay it back to them. And it makes me want to cry just talking about it. So that is my why. That is what drives me. And I talk about it in a small way in my posts every single day. And I'm going to share that with you guys going forward and how you should do the same. We have to share our why every single day. Be authentically you, okay? If that means unfollowing other coaches in order to develop your brand, you have to do that, okay? Because your brand cannot be the same as every other top 10 coach out there. Your brand cannot be the same as mine. Mine cannot be the same as yours. And what's wonderful about Beachbody coaching is that The market that I'm attracting is one that you cannot even touch. And the market that you're going to attract is one that I could never even touch, because we relate to different people. So when people tell me, oh, the market is so saturated, I just don't know if I could be a Beachbody coach. If I had the best page on earth, it wouldn't matter. Yes, it does, okay? The market is not saturated. I like to think of, do you know more than one doctor? Do you know more than one lawyer? Of course you do. And there's still people going to school every single day to be doctors and lawyers and dentists and teachers and all of those things, because we need more of them. And there's so many overweight people. There's so many people who need financial help. And that's what we're here to do, to help them, okay? So put those blinders on. I want you guys to think of what inspires you. What types of pages or blogs do you follow, and why? Probably things, pages that provide value, that have great content, that are positive, that are relevant to your life. Things like that. For me, it's things that are bright, that are happy, that are motivating, that give me hope. I love following pages like that, and I try to do the same for my followers. One thing I know is I'm not following pages where people are venting all the time, or where they're sharing videos and buzz feeds. I'm unfollowing those people because it drives me nuts. So think about what inspires you, and that's going to become part of your brand. Okay, so your Facebook wall is going to become a constant sneak peek. So what I mean by that, I have branded myself in a way that I'm constantly overcoming objections in my posts. I want to be able to see you guys here. I'm constantly overcoming objections in my posts. And what I mean by that is, if I'm getting a lot of price objections, I will share a post. You know, maybe it's holding my Shakeology, or maybe it's just me going or something like that, talking about how I can't believe how this is actually saving me money, or I can't believe how working out at home has saved me money. Whatever. I overcome these objections publicly in my posts. Someone talks to me about, oh, I just don't feel like I have time. I don't feel like I have time. I will make a post about how I used to be a bartender, a realtor, and a medical biller all at once. I was working 3 jobs. I was running myself into the ground, and I still became a coach because I saw that as a way out. I knew it was valuable to spend that little extra time that I had building this business. So I'll make a post about that. And I'm going to share with you guys a bunch of examples of posts coming up here that will really give you a taste of how exactly I recommend that you do brand yourself. But I just want to get these little tips going first. Okay, so your Facebook wall becomes a constant sneak peek. Find a success partner and do weekly what I call scroll checks. That's just you and your success partner look at each other's Facebook walls and you say, hey, it looks like you need more workout pictures. Looks like you need to overcome more objections. Looks like you need to talk about XYZ. And then, of course, the basics, okay? I want to make sure this is so simple. This is the basics of branding yourself, you guys. Your profile picture has got to be you and only you. And you guys, you know what, you can debate me on that. And these tips, of course, are just things that I recommend that you do not have to put into practice, okay? So take all of this with a grain of salt. If you're like, well, I want it to be of me and my son, great. You have it of you and your son, you know, whatever. All of these tips are just ones that have worked for me. And that being said, something different might work for you. I recommend that your profile picture is you and only you. When you're branding yourself, Target doesn't have a picture of Walmart in their ads, okay? So I'm branding myself. I want people to think of my face as the face of Beachbody. So I don't share a lot of pictures of me holding the containers or just a stock photo or anything like that. I share pictures of my face. I share sweaty workout selfies. I'll share me drinking Shakeology. I'll share a meal that I made from the Fix8 cookbook. But it has my face in it because when people think of Beachbody, I want them to think of me, okay? And the same goes for your cover photo. Update your cover photo, have you in it, and then of course make your profile public. People have got to be able to find you. The entire goal of branding yourself is to gain followers. You'll gain that momentum. You will gain an entire new network of people if people can follow your public posts. Okay, so here we go. Here we get into the good stuff. If you'll notice here, all of these examples, my face is in them. Because when you think of Mickey Mouse, what do you think of? You think of Disney. Oh my gosh. You know, Mickey and Minnie Mouse are like the face of Disney. And they did that on purpose. Disney purposefully branded that, okay? When you see the golden arches, what do you think of? McDonald's, of course. They purposefully did that. That is purposeful branding, and we want to do the same with our Beachbody posts, okay? So here I just have a little example of me, you know, with my dog and my cat, and I say I'm living the dream, and I give an example. And then here I am again with my dog, and here I am with some flowers talking about how I rank advanced. And the point isn't that necessarily all the pictures have to do with Beachbody. I just incorporate the text with my face, okay? So me and my dog, that could just be me saying, hey, isn't my dog cute? Instead, the text somehow incorporates Beachbody. So I say, I just wrapped up 3 new coach calls, and this little lump slept on my lap the entire time, okay? So I'm incorporating Beachbody and kind of dripping it on people. So it's not all at once. To me, there's nothing worse when I see a stock photo, a stock photo saying, hey, XYZ programs are on sale. PM me for details. And people are just like, ugh. They kind of start to lump us into the category of the other MLMs that are out there where people just share the same pictures. It's like, oh, I already saw 4 of those wrap pictures today. I don't want to follow anyone else who's doing that. So by incorporating our faces into it, I really think it takes that kind of like annoying stock photo element out of your posts. So it becomes enjoyable to follow you versus feeling like I'm just following the Beachbody website who's constantly posting stock photos. I'm going to share with you guys a couple more examples here, but I just like you guys to see my face. Okay, so I have a few examples from some top coaches, and I just want to show you how they incorporate their face and Beachbody into literally everything, okay? So here's Alyssa Shoemaker, and she's literally getting her hair done. And she's talking about Wi-Fi in a dream, like that's all it takes for her to build her business. That is brilliant branding right there. She is showing an example of how she's living her everyday life and how Beachbody fits into it. And you've got Melanie Mitro. She says she's drinking her cafe latte Shakeology, and she's about to organize something. And then here is Bonnie Engel, and she talks about how she has built her entire business from her lawn chair. And again, it's just a picture of her. These are all pictures of them so that people really get invested in the person versus the product, okay? Once people get to know you and they like you as a person, they're going to be more curious and trustworthy about what you are doing. Here is another great example. Something that has really worked well building my brand is being relatable. So I like to talk about my struggles, where I came from, what I overcame. And if you're listening right now and you're thinking, well, I haven't overcome anything, you know, maybe you had a great life and maybe you're thinking, oh, I've overcome so much. That is great. I'm going to talk to you in a second. I want to first talk to the people who are thinking, I haven't overcome anything. I had a really good childhood and I went to college and now I have a good job and I'm also doing Beachbody. Okay, I was that person. I had a really, really great childhood. And I did have an immune disease, but I didn't think that was anything anyone was interested in. And to be honest with you guys, I thought I had no story. I thought, why would anyone be interested in what I had to say? Because what I have to say isn't all that, I didn't overcome anything all that hard. I don't feel like anything about me is all that unique. I'm just like an average girl who went to school, has a nice family, and now just wants a little bit more out of life. But I started just being relatable to people. I started talking about how my Beachbody income was paying for my Shakeology, or paying for trips to the gas station, or how I got to quit my bartending job once I started making a couple $100s a month. I started just sharing little bitty bits of my story, and that is how I have really branded myself. And I want to share this post that Alyssa Shoemaker did. And she says, you know what, guys? I was scared too when I started a business, and then she goes on to talk about how her time was limited. She had limited resources. She wasn't making a lot of money. She didn't know what to do or how it was going to work for her family. Okay. And now if you're one of those people who's like, oh, I have a lot of hardships and I went through a lot, that is great. I want you to share it. I know that sounds scary, but be relatable. Say, I was scared, and make a post about it. I was overweight. I was addicted to alcohol, cigarettes, sugar, TV, sleep, like whatever you were addicted to. I was broke. I used to share that. I could barely afford my mortgage. Anything that you can share of your story, share. It gets easier over time. I know at first it's like, I just don't know how I could share these personal details. Start small. Start with something small. Start with a story about your childhood, and go from there. I cannot take credit for this slide, but I think it is amazing. Be bold. Share your journey, even before you reach the finish line. Okay, so again, that goes back to sharing your story. That is how you brand yourself, is by sharing your story. Here is an example of my first week of my coaching posts. They were not all that good, but I did right away start sharing my face and my excitement, my meal prepping and my workouts. I right away started posting 3 times a day, and right away kind of just started sharing little bits of my story. Your story can even be that, oh my gosh, I meal prepped for the first time and I'm so proud of myself. And then again, at any point, someone should be able to scroll through your most recent 3 to 5 posts and easily be able to see that you're a coach, that you have a challenge group to join, that you have something to offer them, okay? That's, again, what I'm talking about running your page like a sneak peek. Brand yourself so that when people think of you, they think of Beachbody. Here's an example of how I recommend that you post about being a product of the product and including your face. That is, if you can get anything out of this call, I hope it's that you understand that you are your brand, okay? However you are inspired, however you like to cook, however you like to work out, whatever it is, share about you. You are your brand, and your face has to be the first thing that people see, okay? So even if it's a food picture, I'm making sure that I'm in it. I'm in the workout picture. I'm in it with my Shakeology. And then I talk about my goals quite a bit. That is something that people relate to and like to follow along with. So if it's a big goal, if it's a small goal, I talk about wanting to buy my dream house, which is down the road from my current house. It's a $1.5 million house, which is far off from the townhouse I'm living in now. But it's a dream that I have, and I'm going to declare it and I'm going to put it out there. And actually, it's kind of become like a running thing on my Facebook page. I'll post little updates about the dream house, and people check in to see what I'm talking about. So talk about your goals. Declare a time. I want to do XYZ by August. I want to be a coach, a diamond coach by September. I want to be whatever it is. Declare it, okay? Talk about your dreams. Talk about a call to action. And then incorporate Beachbody into your everyday life, okay? This has been a huge part of branding for me because, like I said, I don't like sharing stock photos. I don't like just sharing a picture of my Shakeology on the nightstand or something like that. I don't like sharing that because I don't think it's relatable. And I think looking at someone's face and seeing what they're actually doing, that is relatable. So here I have a picture of me riding one of my horses and saying, I'm about to hop on a team call from Manny's back. That's my life by design. So I didn't even mention coaching there, but I talk about my team. And if people are following me, they know who my team is. They know what my job is because I talk about it enough. And here is one of my coaches, Jessica, doing a great job of posting with her son. They're making Shakeology together. And she's just making it fun. She says, have your kiddos help you out. Here's how I do it. And then highlight being a coach in a fun way. I love the fun posts like with your pets, talking about your kids, talking about your family, whatever it is. And then, oops. Here's some examples of some conversations, and I'm not sure if Heather wanted me to touch on that or not, but I'll just go through it really quick for you guys. It all ties together. I'm sure you're reading this right now. It all ties together. So if you're branding yourself and you're showing your face and your profile is public and you're sharing stuff that is inspiring. So remember, what inspires you, okay? So you have to think about that. What inspires you? Is it things that are happy, that are motivating, that give you hope? Okay, then you have to share those things as well. Become what inspires you and share those things. So when you're messaging people, they're gonna go back to your profile. And if they see things that they like, and if they see things about Beachbody, it all ties together, okay? I'm gonna stop the sharing there. If you guys want examples of my messages and stuff like that, I can certainly give those to Heather and she can share them with your group. But I think my video is getting a little bit long, but I hope some of this just helps you guys learn how to brand yourself. It's honestly just all about sharing your story, sharing your face, and putting yourself out there, okay? Keep it super, super simple. Branding yourself, you do not have to get all fancy. Keep it basic. If you're a new coach, if you're a diamond coach, if you're a 5-star diamond coach, it doesn't matter. It all comes down to sharing every single day your journey, why you're on this journey, and how you can help others do the same thing. So I hope this helped you out a little bit. The number one thing is just sharing your face and being relatable and sharing what inspires you, okay? So think about what inspires me and how could I, in return, give that back to other people. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Again, my name is Liz, and I'm so happy that I could help you guys out and talk a little bit about branding on social media. I hope this video helped, and let me know if you need anything else. All right, bye guys.